Okay, we shall now come to the next point. How the number of members at the maximum in a partnership be only 50. There is a history behind it. What it is, at the time of making the laws for the companies in the year 2013, they just try to modify the Partnership Act in the year 2013. What do they say? That the partnership itself is a part of a company. So what is the main difference there? The Company Act in company, the minimum and maximum no limit, and the minimum they have fixed as 7. Here it is 2, that we shall see it in the other chapters when we go to joint stock companies. But when they frame the rules of Companies Act in 2013, what they decide in a partnership, the number of partners be at the maximum level of 100. It should not exceed it. They have decided, and they have brought into the section 464 under 1 subdivision 1. They said the number of members in a partnership can be up to a maximum of 100. It should not exceed. But what they said, and the number is very large, and in case of it there may be some confusion. In that case, what they decide, after some time, in 2013 Companies Act itself, they have made some alterations, they have made some amendments, and according to that amendment, by rule number 10, in the amendment, by rule number 10, what they said, okay, the partnership number of members or the number of partners may be at the maximum 50, they have decided. After that, it has become the rule that the maximum number of partners in any kind of partnership should not exceed 50. So, this is the story behind it. How they have come to the conclusion why the number of members is at the maximum 50. And when they come to the practical of the partnership business, they are meeting with some difficulties. For that, what they must do? Okay, some partners A to Z, and A will do this work, and B will do that work. If it is in orally, if it is a oral agreement, it will not work out. If there is, as I said earlier, if there is any dispute among the partners, and if it goes to a court, what the legal persons will ask first, whether you have framed any rules and regulations for running the business, they will ask. So that is why the people concerned or the people related to this partnership decided they should make an agreement that should be in writing, which is called partnership deed. Partnership deed. They have framed the rules and regulations and the particulars of the business, all the particulars of the business. They framed in the name of partnership deed or partnership agreement, and they have made it. And also, they have prepared the rules and regulations, and it is in writing, and the copy of this deed will be supplied to each and every partner. They have a copy of it. But what is actually according to the partnership rules? According to partnership rules, this partnership deed is not compulsory. Whether it should be done, whether it should be in writing, for all these questions, only one answer there is, it is not compulsory. Then why it should be made? That is the next question. Just now I said, it is the business, the partnership is formed for running a business. When the business is run by more than two persons, if there is only one person like sole trading concern, no problem at all. When there are more than one person, definitely they should have some agreements among themselves. Then alone in future, if there is any dispute, when there is some conflict among themselves, when there is some problem among themselves in running the business or in dividing the profit earned by it, or when there is a loss made by them, for all these things, they should have some agreement among themselves. If it is in writing, it is well and good. If it is in writing, well and good. This is, if it is made compulsory, it is well and good, because all these things will help them to settle or solve the peoples in future, because it is a concrete evidence for solving the problems. So, partnership deed is a must in practice, though in rules it is not compulsory. If it is made compulsory, it will be more useful to solve all the disputes which will arise or crop up in future. So, what is there in the partnership deed? Okay, some partnership deed must be there. Why it is necessary, I said. Then, what is there in the partnership deed? Okay, there are some ideas given which must be there compulsorily. One, the name of the partnership or the name of the business run by the partnership. The business name of the business, names of the partners, all these things should be mentioned in the partnership deed. On what date, next thing, on what date the partnership has been formed and what kind of business they have decided to run, the next one. On what date it was formed, and what business they have decided to run, that is the next step. Then where it is run, in Pondicherry or in Chennai. If it is in Pondicherry, where, in which place, whether it is Nelithop or Mudaliarpet or Mukyalpet, wherever it is, and what is the door number and name of the street, everything should be mentioned there with the name of the partnership. Okay, then the very important thing, next one is, the backbone of the business is money, finance. And with what amount of capital the business should be started by the partnership, and who should contribute how much. Partner A, so many lakhs, 5 lakhs. Partner B, 4 lakhs. Partner C, 6 lakhs. Likewise, they should decide, and that should have been mentioned, the amount of capital to be contributed by the partners should be mentioned in the partnership deed. This is another idea. Okay, there is a peculiarity in the business. There is a peculiarity in preparation of accounts that also you students should know it. Though you are contributing the capital to the business, though it is your own business, you have the right to take the interest from the business for the amount you have contributed in the name of capital in the business. It is the rule framed when the accounts are prepared or maintained. It is approved by the Accounts and Auditor General of India, that is by the government, accepted by the government. You should bear it in mind. Even if I contribute some capital into the business, I have the right to get the interest from the business. It's very peculiar. You cannot say, sir, we are only contributing the capital and are we given some interest for it because we are going to share the profit. No. There are some accounting rules. By following what rules the account must be prepared, there are some accounting rules. So, for that, for the amount of capital, how much it is contributed by each and every partner, and what should be the rate of interest for the capital they have contributed, that should be mentioned in the agreement. Another peculiarity is that you may laugh at it, what it is. When you withdraw some money from the business, you will have to, that is the partners have to pay interest for it. You see, just don't think it is a joke. It is the partners' contributed capital. If they withdraw some money from the capital, what they have already in the business, what they have given to the business already, is taken by the partners. For that, the partners should pay the interest to the business. See, this is the peculiarity of the business. This is the rule. As you get interest for the amount you have contributed into the business, from the profit of the business, what it earned. Likewise, when the partners withdraw some money from the business, and the partners should pay interest for it. This is the peculiarity. வேடிக்கையான விஷயம் இது. அவன் போட்ட பணத்திலேருந்து அவன் எடுத்தாலும் அதுக்கு அவன் பிஸ்னஸுக்கு வட்டி கொடுக்கணும். ஏன்னா அவன் போட்ட பணத்துக்கு அவன் ஏற்கனவே வட்டி வாங்கலாம். அதே மாதிரி இவன் பணம் எடுத்தான்னா அதுக்கும் இவன் வட்டியை கொடுக்கணும். So these are all some important points. Capital, interest on capital, drawings and interest on drawing. These are all 4 important points. And as they decided already how much should be contributed by each and every partner, here the drawings amount is also fixed. There is a norm for it. How much can be withdrawn from the business by each and every partner. That is also prescribed, fixed by the partners, and it is mentioned in the partnership deed. That is very important. Okay, very good. At the end of the accounting year, as we have studied, it may be the March 31st in some kind of business, in some kind of business June 30th may be, in some other kind of business December 31st, whatever it is. At the end of the accounting year, the profit earned by the business should be divided among the partners, and in what way? How it can be divided? That also should have been mentioned in the partnership deed, that is profit sharing. Regarding this, I should tell you something. How the profit can be divided among the partners? Maybe equally, maybe according to the ratio. Sometimes the working partner may be given more share, or sometimes according to the capital ratio. So they are all mentioned in the agreement. One, according to the capital they have contributed. Say for example, partner A is contributing 3 lakhs, partner B 4 lakhs, partner C again 3 lakhs, totally 10 lakhs. So the total profit earned by the partnership, they can divide how? 3 times partner A, 4 times partner B, 3 times again partnership. Like this they can divide. What does it mean? They can divide the profit according to the capital what they have contributed into the business. That is one. Second thing, by keeping in mind the work or the service given by the partners, the ratio may be 3:4:2, 5:3:2. They can make an agreement like that. If no such ratio is given in the agreement, it is understood that the profit is divided among the partners equally. These are all the 3 rules. 1, in the prescribed ratio. 2, according to the contribution of capital. Number 3, equally. These are the 3 methods generally followed in any kind of partnership, that is profit sharing. See, another facility is available in the partnership. Suppose there are 3 partners ABC, as I said just now. Partner A is contributing 3 lakhs, partner B is contributing 4 lakhs, and partner C is contributing 3 lakhs. So 3 plus 4 plus 3, and if they require urgently some amount, they can take the loan from the partnership even. The partnership loan from the partnership, if any partner wants to get a loan, borrow the money from the partnership, then what they can do and how much amount they can borrow as loan, that also is mentioned in the partnership deed. For that, the partner who has borrowed the money or who has taken the amount in the name of a loan should give the interest for the amount borrowed to the partnership. This is very important. Out of the partners, maybe some 5 partners, 1 partner or 2 partners may be very much skilled, or they may have very good experience in the field of the business what they are running, and for that they should be given some kind of remuneration to those partners, otherwise it is called salary. So the salary should be given to whom? Who is the working partner, who is involved very much in the business, partnership business. He should be given some kind of benefit. That benefit is otherwise called salary. Okay, all these things we have seen so far regarding the partners. What should be in the business? Very, very important as an accountancy student. For all the activities connected with all transactions, there must be record, which should be maintained very carefully by following the accounting principles. That is very important. Why is it necessary? Only if the accounts are maintained properly, the accounts auditing group will accept it and they will check the accounts, check the transactions, what had happened in the business. This is the rule framed by, this is the order given by the government. Whatever the type of business run, it should have the proper records. What all the records should be maintained is given in the advice of the government or in Partnership Act. So the relevant records should be maintained in the business. Right? Very good. Already there are some 4 partners, A, B, C, D. They are running the business, and some third person, E. There are 4 partners, A, B, C, D, and another person, E, wants to join the business, wants to come into the business. Maybe out of his personal interest, or the business may require some more capital for the development of the business. Both the cases are possible. a third person, that is a fifth person. Beyond that, A, B, C, D, there are 4 partners. Beyond that, if the fifth partner person, he wants to join as a partner, he can join. Sometimes the partnership itself may require more capital for the development of the business. In that case also, the fifth partner may be admitted, and at the time of admission, what should be followed? How much capital he should contribute? At the time of dividing the profit, what should be the rules followed by the partnership? All these things should contain in the partnership deed. And the same thing for retirement also. Already there are 4 partners A, B, C, D. The partner D is retiring from the partnership or leaving the partnership, and how? Because he has already contributed the capital. When he wants to retire from the partnership, the amount contributed already by the partner should be given back to him, should be repaid to him. So, how? What are the formalities to be followed at the time of retirement of the partners, and that should also be followed. Sometimes the business is run on the goodwill of the concern, goodwill of the concern. Out of the partners who has joined in the partnership, 1 or 2 may be familiar persons in the world of business for their honesty and sincerity in their activities in the business. And because of that, the business may be increasing like anything in volume. So for example, take our school itself. Suppose our school ECF is one of the famous institutions in Pondicherry. And if the boy or girl is admitted in the school, definitely they will get through the examination. And by having this idea in mind, by having this good opinion in mind, the people, the girl or boy are admitted into the school. That is the goodwill of the institution. The same thing in partnership business also. When the business is run profitably, the people, the partners involved in the business are famous, sincere, and regular in their work. Then what happens? Automatically, the volume of business will increase. How much is increased because of this goodwill, that is called goodwill, how it should be calculated, how it should be valued. There are different methods, average profit method, super profit method. All these methods we are going to see later as problems in this chapter. And how it should be calculated, how it should be valued is mentioned in the deed, partnership deed. And we have seen the admission of the partner, we have seen the retirement of partner. There is a third case which is unexpected. When a person, say for example, when partner A is in the business, he dies, he expires, what happens? How the amount contributed to him should be settled? That is very important. For that, there may be some executors. What do you mean by here executors? The person who has the authority, who has the power, who is responsible for receiving all the benefits on behalf of the death of a particular partner. Those persons are called executors. And for the executors, how the accounts should be settled, what are the formalities to be followed, All these things should have been mentioned under this partnership deed. And finally, this is an important. As the Partnership Act 1932 indicates, how a partnership can be formed, how many members must be there, what kind of businesses can be run, what are the rules to be followed in the partnership, how a partnership deed should be framed, all these things are available. And likewise, if the partners want to close the business, when they want to shut down the business, when they want to dissolve the partnership firm, what are the formalities they should follow? And those rules also is mentioned in the partnership deed that should have been mentioned. And if it is dissolved, how the settlement should be made for the partners, those who have already contributed the capital to the partnership, and how much contribution they have made in the name of service to the partnership. By bearing it in mind, the rules have been given, or it should be given under the partnership deed in the name of settlement at the time of dissolution. These are all the contents of partnership deed. I tell you, the question may be asked, the meaning of, what is the meaning of partnership, what are the features of partnership, and what is a partnership deed, and what are its contents. These are all some important questions which will be followed by some other ideas in the next class. Thank you. அவ்வளோதான் சொல்லணும்.